Changing weather made life challenging for the opening day of competition in the Southern Bulk Transport Otago Rivers Race backed by ITM. Organisers scrambled to rearrange the day after high winds forced the cancellation of the morning criterium. By 2 p.m, all boats had assembled at Clydevale ready for the extended leg past Beaumont and on to the hydro town of Roxburgh.
Harlequ's going to be fast, but it's going to be windy and gusty as well, so you're going to need to be pretty careful coming around the corner and seeing what the wind's doing and whether you're going to lift up or lift down. So yeah, it's going to be just a race to be careful about.
Derry was careful, but fast. 1 minute later, Regan Williamson began to chase down the leader.
We sort of kept the hammer down, so not sure if we got time out of John, but there won't be much difference between us, I'd say.
There wasn't. The two fastest boats dead heated in a time of 25 minutes 58 seconds. That included a moment for the 777 pilot when the gas turbine took to the skies.
No, didn't touch any rocks. We had a good pressure wave though, so we saw a bit of blue sky there for a bit. Nice landing and back out of it again. So I don't think anyone would have raced that river and not had a bit of a sphincter tightening moment. You know, sort of kept everyone on the toes.
Southland's hard charger Roger Preston pushed Weedmaster, but was still a minute 20 behind the lead turbines. Nigel Cromie left the start third, but surrendered a position after easing off for waves and rocks.
Big pressure waves and a whole lot of rocks that I couldn't really see, so I took it a bit slower this run, hopefully drive a bit harder in the next couple of legs. I think John and Regan would have pulled a couple of minutes on us. We did take it slow through the rocky section, so yeah, I think we'll be third, fourth. Yeah.
The sister quick Kiwi, run by Rick Hollingworth, finished behind Cromie, but the Canadian was not unhappy.
Oh, we did good. Yeah, it was a good run. We battled the wind a little bit, same as everybody else. These quick crafts, they like the wind, so got a little more comfortable as the race went on. So.
Mike Pooley was fastest of the naturally aspirated V8s and stuck to his game plan from the get-go.
Looking forward to it. Haven't raced the river for quite a long time, but we'll just be keeping the foot off the pedal a bit just to get to the top. Some nasty wee rapids there, and look forward to tomorrow for the skinny stuff.
Brother Rob Pooley wasn't so lucky. The big unlimited engine in Silverback Racing letting down one of river racing's stalwarts. There was more speed needed by U84, but Cameron Moore was hampered after catching Jagged Edge.
Caught backsters by Beaumont and got pretty close up behind them, but just with the conditions of the river and the wind and so forth, his weight would cover up all the obstacles and the rocks, so I wasn't keen to try and get past him. I had a couple of looks sort of on the outside of him, and then we had a discussion between Adam and I said, hey, we've taken a minute out of him, so let's just back off and sit behind him, and we made the sensible choice.
Jason Young didn't stay behind the slower boat holding him up, but paid the price.
Yeah, we coming up behind Ben Quinn in one of the rock gardens and tagged a rock and spun around and went back to the great rate of knots, and yeah, so we're still floating, so we keep going.
But he hasn't lost his sense of humour.
Rode the boat really well actually, so we've done some modifications to the back of the boat, so the angle of the transom and the wing on the back, and it actually planed in reverse. So just, yeah, it was like parallel parking at 120k.
American Ryan Rogers avoided the rocks, but was amused by the call and briefing suggesting the river was wide open past Miller's Flat, the original finish line.
So we didn't get to pre-run this last part, and they said it's just wide open and there's no rocks. Well, it was a little rocky, a few of the sections, so we didn't hit anything, but we didn't look like we knew what we were doing either.
Current A-Class World Champion Justin Hill has shifted into CX Class this season, thanks to Jason Young's spin today, picked up second in class. With their gas turbine boat still in rebuild mode, the K-Jet crew Sean and Joseph Kelly dusted off their now reliable and old favourite V8 race boat to make the most of today's changing weather.
Oh, it was pretty good fun. She's 4 seasons in 1 hour, really. Rain, big waves, and yeah, big rocks too.
A-Class was the domain of Stephen Shearing, quicker than North Islander Ben Quinn, while in FX Class, current world title holder Greg Wilson was well in control.
Real good. Yep, no, it was just enough wind, we could still hold it flat, so we're right at sitting on the edge basically. It was good.
But rookie Steve Rapsey had his new jet speed hull dialed in and was happy with its first outing. Cruise overnight in Queenstown tonight before the start of day 2 at Glenorchy tomorrow morning.